What's going on, everyone? So, the Los Angeles Lakers need to address the center position, whether it's a starting level, backup level. In my opinion, they need to address both. I keep talking, they need two centers this upcoming offseason. Probably going to have to trade for one, if not both of them, just because their cap situation is very slim. And the New York Knicks could end up being the answer for the Lakers with Mitchell Robinson. Seen this same kind of trade proposal on several fronts, from Yahoo Sports to Sports Illustrated to numerous other sites, and kind of floating around. So I wanted to talk about it, right? Fun little conversation about the potential of Mitchell Robinson. He is going into a contract year next year. He'll make just a hair under $13 million. So the Knicks are going to have to kind of figure out what they're going to do with him. Are they going to pay him and give him a new contract long term, or are they going to look to trade him? They were looking to trade him around the trade deadline. He was just coming back from injury and stuff like that, where now the full offseason, he's been playing. He's also been playing more minutes in the playoffs. They've actually bumped him up, not crazy, but just a full minute to 18 minutes per game, where he's averaging around 17 minutes per game during the regular season. Obviously, there's concerns with his injury history. He is not a guy that has been, model of health, and ideally, he's exactly what you want in the starting role. Talk about a legit 7-foot, 250, 60-pound center that can run and jump out the gym, be a lob threat, block shots, just do everything. His per 36 numbers, and we'll go over that here in a moment, are like insane. Like, the guy is everything this team needs. But realistically, he's probably never going to be more than a backup center, right? Just because he can't stay healthy, he can't stay on the court enough for that. So to me, if I'm the Lakers, something you got to keep in mind. I'd love Mitchell Robinson. If you have a real opportunity to get Mitchell Robinson, I think you get him. But you have to keep in mind, the risks that come with landing a guy like Mitchell Robinson into the deal. So let's take a look at this potential trade proposal, and then we'll break it down. And then, of course, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. But the details would be the Los Angeles Lakers receive Mitchell Robinson. The New York Knicks would receive Jared Vanderbilt, 2025 second-round pick. The Lakers have the 55th pick in this upcoming draft, and then a 2026 first-round swap right, so a pick swap. So next year's pick would be a swap, and then the second-round pick of this year, along with Jared Vanderbilt, for Mitchell Robinson. I don't hate it, right? Again, want to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments, but I don't hate it, right? Because, Jared Vanderbilt, I love Jared Vanderbilt. I'd love to keep Jared Vanderbilt, but the center position is so much more of a bigger need. Also, the Lakers want to address the perimeter, right? 3-and-D wings, and you're probably going to have to trade for another center, right? Starting caliber center, even if you go get a Mitchell Robinson. So I don't hate the idea of going and bringing in a guy like that. Suck to lose Jared Vanderbilt, but how much is he going to play, particularly come playoff time? And it's just so much bigger of a need. Both guys have injury concerns. Both guys have been injury prone their entire careers, right? So you're kind of getting the trade-off in that regard. But again, the center position is so much more of a bigger need for the Lakers. And if the Lakers do end up addressing the 3-and-D perimeter, then that's less need for a Jared Vanderbilt. So you're kind of turning in a guy that I love and I'd love to keep for a position of need. Okay, fine, right? I'm fine with that wash there. 2025 second round pick, 55th pick, not a big deal. And then a pick swap, you could argue, not a big deal. I do think that that's fair value. I would try to keep the 2025 second round pick, right? If you told me it was Jared Vanderbilt and a pick swap, right? 2026 pick swap for Mitchell Robinson, perfect, right? Because Mitchell Robinson is going to yield a return. He's not going to return probably at first, but probably get 3-4 seconds for him, or like a pick swap, something like that, right? So if you could do something where it's like, hey, here's a Jared Vanderbilt and a pick swap, we bring in Mitchell Robinson, your argument is like, hey, he's injury prone, arguably more injury prone than Jared Vanderbilt, and on top of that, he's going into a contract year where Jared Vanderbilt has multiple years on his deal, where Mitchell Robinson could just be like, hey, I don't want to be a Laker, or he could just leave or whatever. So that would kind of be my argument. And then you save the 2025 pick. And the only reason I want to do that is because I'd like to add another young piece to this roster for the development program, particularly a 3-and-D wing, right? So you still kind of get somebody. I know it'd be the 55th pick. To me, it's not the end of the world, right? If it's something where the Lakers end up giving up like if that is exactly the trade package, Jared Vanderbilt, a pick swap, and the 55th pick in this upcoming draft, I'm okay with that. Like I wouldn't be like, man, like what are the Lakers doing? I'd be okay with it, but I'd try to keep that second round pick if you can, just to again add another youthful talent that you could bring to the roster that maybe can make a contribution this season, but realistically later on down the road, right? Because you want to kind of stack up young guys. You want to stack up guys that you can develop for that next wave. And if you can get a guy, obviously the 55th pick, you're lucky to get a rotation player, right? Let alone, anybody starting level or anything like that. So, but I would prefer that if I'm being honest. But let's dive into Mitchell Robinson himself because, how injury prone is he? How bad is it, right? Well, a couple things. So this past season, he played 17 games. 17, right? It's not great. The most he has ever played in a season is 72 games, right? And that was the 2021-2022 season. His rookie season, he played 66 games, which is the second most of his career. His career, he's been 66, 61, 31, 72, 59, 31, and 17. That is not great, if we're being honest, right? Like, he's basically giving you around 50 games a season on average, right? Okay. Right. In a backup, you could probably get away with that. He is a guy that can make a real impact. He's a guy that could do some damage, give you some real size, could start on occasion, start in spots, right? Even the Knicks start him on occasion, start him in spots. This year, he started 3 of the 17 games. If you look at last year with 31 games, he started in 21 of the 31. But you just look at the last 2 years combined. He's played 48 games. Literally, he's played half a season in 2 years. So he's missed a season and a half in total the last 2 years. And then even before that, he played 59 games, right? So again, that would kind of be my argument as to like why. Like, dude, he's a huge risk. And on top of being a huge risk, he's, a free agent, right? He could just leave us after the year and then we're out all this stuff. We're out Jared Vanderbilt and all this stuff. But even then, like I said, I don't think that'd be at the end of the world because just free up cap space, you can make other moves, right? Like, I'm okay with that regardless, but you can get him for the right deal. But as far as his production goes, right? Again, 17 games played, 17.1 minutes per game, shot 66.1% from the floor. This is a guy that does not stretch the floor at all. He's a guy that solely 2-point range. So gives you nothing from 3-point range, but 2-point range on 3.3 attempts, 66.1%, EFG of 66.1%. He is a career, though, 70% 2-point guy. And playing alongside Luka, that's probably what he's going to be. He's probably going to be 70 to 80% from the floor because it's just going to be all lobs and dunks and pick and roll action, stuff like that, which he's really good in. Right? He's a guy that is ideal in that just throw it up, he'll go get it, slam it home, get you offensive rebounds, get you putbacks, right? Be the pick and roll, be a hard physical screen setter, roll man, hit the roll hard so Luka can deliver the basketball. So he'd be great in that regard. But free throw shooting, abysmal free throw shooter. He is a career 52.2%, but last year he did shoot 68.4%, which is not terrible for center purposes, right? But he's averaging 6 rebounds, including 3.1 offensive. He's a career just under 4 offensive rebounds per game. He averaged more offensive rebounds than he did defensive rebounds last year for the Knicks. 3.1 compared to 2.9. So again, 6 total rebounds per game. An assist, a steal, 1.1 blocks, and 5.1 points. Now, keep in mind, this is 17 minutes per game of action. Now, if you go and we look at his per 36, which, again, per 36 doesn't tell you everything. It doesn't tell you the whole story, but it kind of gives you an idea, okay, like what would he be like in, starting caliber minutes, starting level minutes? Well, he would be a 11 point, 12 and a half rebound, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2.2 blocks, and 6.5 offensive rebounds per game guy. That's how good he would be, right? Talk about a guy that would be a double-double monster and machine and give you 6.5 offensive rebounds. He is one of the best offensive rebounding centers in all of basketball. He's a guy that can run the floor. He is everything this Lakers team needs, right? Like when you think of like a center on paper that the Lakers need, Mitchell Robinson is immediately one of those centers that come to mind. Right? Again, issue is his health. The guy just cannot stay healthy on the basketball court. right? The guy cannot, keep himself together on the basketball court and play more than game. Like if he was playing even 60 games a season, right? Like 60 games in a backup role, right? So he'd basically be missing 22 games a season. Like that'd be fine, right? Give me 60 games in a backup role, right? You have your starters playing most of the games, most of those minutes. You'd have to have a quality starter, in my opinion, right? But like, again, because you can manage them. Give me 60 games a season and be healthy come playoff time. Perfect, right? If you can give me 20 minutes a game and then 20 minutes in the playoffs, perfect. Because again, he's a big, physical, strong center that can match up with all the centers in the Western Conference. He's a guy that can be the lob threat, be the roll man, get you second chance points and opportunities. Like he is exactly what this Lakers team needs. If you told me you traded Jared Vanderbilt along with a pick swap for him, perfect. And if it doesn't work out, you can't stay healthy, and it's just like this is a mess. One, you probably get him dirt cheap, or two, you can just let him go and free up the $13 million in cap space. So I think it's a win-win either way. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Disagree? Kind of mixed in the middle. Do you like the idea of Mitchell Robinson? What do you think of the trade idea? Again, this is not my proposal. It's a proposal that's been going around. Just wanted to talk about it. Let me know down in the comments. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next one.